first question for you is, what was your favorite part of going to Rutgers?
Well, it's a good question, and we were just talking before about dorm life, and I liked dorm life. I lived in the river dorms. I was an RA at one. I was in Tinsley one year, and I enjoyed the camaraderie of having so many people around all the time, and it was just a fun environment. I like that. But I spent most of my time at the Targum offices, which at that time were in the Student Center. And the Targum is not only it's a great activity, great newspaper, but it was kind of like a fraternity. It was where you just hung out, where you socialized. We pretty much went to all the events we went to together as a group, and it was just a very, very tight-knit group, and that experience has stayed with me for all the nearly 40 years since I've been here.
So since you were involved in the Targum, would you say that was how you left your mark here when you were a student, or were there other ways as well?
It was mostly a Targum. As a matter of fact, I majored in Targum. And we took it very, very seriously. It was a great endeavor. There was no faculty involvement whatsoever. There was no administrative involvement whatsoever. We were paid the editors small stipends, and so we took that very, very seriously, that we had to earn it. And it was pretty much a 7-day-a-week thing, and we were very, very proud of the product. There was almost no national product or wire service product. All of it was original. And we knew the tradition of the Targum went back 100 years, and so we knew we were preserving that tradition. Took it very seriously, had a lot of fun, but we were proud of the product.
That's great. So being proud, how proud are you that you were involved in TiVo, which is now a household name? They even call DVR TiVo, like it's so interchangeable, like Kleenex. How does that feel?
Well, it would be nicer if we were paid every time somebody called a DVR TiVo. I went from a great big media company, NBC, to TiVo, and so it was a big cultural shock. 300 people in a single building. Everybody knew everybody else, and it was a very, very different environment. But it was a pioneering technology, and they did have a great brand, and we worked a lot of our magic around that brand. And that brand didn't come about simply because it was a clever name or a funny logo. It was because the product was spectacular, and it was fun being at the very cutting edge and trying to pioneer new technology, and not only that, but work your company who owned that technology into something that was integrated into the larger media landscape. And that's very, very tough. One, because we were so small, and two, because it was not a technology that a lot of the traditional companies welcomed. It was threatening to a lot of companies. We had our objectives, most of which we did achieve when I was there. I was only there for a couple of years, but it was a great experience, and the fact that it was such a change from NBC before it and Disney after it was great.
That's so awesome. So my next question for you has to do with Disney. Disney is used in so many examples, from their customer service to their innovations. How do you make your mark at Disney now that you're there?
Well, I've been very, very fortunate. I came to Disney when the new current CEO, Bob Iger, came in, and we had known each other for years before that. And so I had the opportunity to be placed in some positions that were just spectacular. I head up what's called strategic innovation at the Walt Disney Company, covering all of its line of businesses, trying to develop and work our way into new businesses that we're not currently in innovative new ways of getting there, and innovative new ways of conducting these new businesses. And there is so much radical, dramatic change going on in the media industry today. There is a lot of innovation. There's a lot of threat that brings. There's an awful lot, even more opportunity that brings, and we're focused, of course, on the opportunity. And I don't think you could have a better role at a company like Disney, that happens to be a company that really prizes and emphasizes
Yeah.
innovation.
Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you having me, and I'm particularly pleased and thrilled that Rutgers is mounting a conference like this,
Mhm.
especially since it's student organized and student managed, and that's very, very impressive.
Yes, we're very grateful to have speakers like you here.
Well, thank you for having me.